Hello guys, this is 𝗟𝗲𝗃𝗲𝗹. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, a one-stop solution to ace all of your interviews. And today we are going to solve the first three problems from Codechef Starters 195. So without wasting any time, let us get started.
So let us go with the first problem. So the problem name is selling sandwiches. Chef sells sandwich for living. Each sandwich is sold for ₹A. Chef also needs to buy ingredients to make the sandwich. Okay. So this sandwich bun is going to cost him ₹B. Okay. And the vegetables that he is going to put inside the bun is going to cost him ₹C. Let's assume that there are no other cost to make that bun, just the vegetables and the bun. Okay. Now, what is the profit chef is going to make in each sandwich? It may be possible that the answer is negative. So indicate that the chef makes a loss. Okay, which will indicate that chef is making a loss. Okay. So this is the problem statement. Okay. So let us see the input format. So you will be given the first line of only input contains three integers, which is A, B, and C. A is nothing but the sandwich. A is the price at which the chef is selling the sandwich. B is the cost of the bun, and C is the cost of the vegetables. Okay. So what is the output that we need to print? For each test case, output in a new line, how much profit is he going to make? And it's not always that he is going to make the profit. He may make a loss. Okay. So let us see. So look at the first test case. So the bun that he is selling, the chef is selling, is at ₹1,000. Okay, so he is selling the bun at ₹1,000. So the cost of the bun, is ₹100, and the cost of the vegetables, the veggies that he bought to put it inside the sandwich, sorry, not 100, ₹200, and the veggies price is 200. So in total, how much cost did the chef needed to make this bun? So he invested like ₹400, right? One is the bun and one is the vegetables. But if he sell this bun to another person, to a customer, so what is the profit that he is going to make? So can I simply say the price he is selling is at 1,000 and the cost is nothing but 400. So can I say 1,000 minus 400 is nothing but ₹600. So chef is making a ₹600 profit for this test case. Yes or no? Right? So this is all about the first test case. And coming to the second test case, the chef is selling the bun at ₹100. The chef is selling the sandwich at ₹100, and the bun cost is 200, and the vegetables that he is going to put inside the bun is 200. So in total, he has made a cost of 400 to prepare the bun. Okay, to prepare the sandwich. And if he sells, then what is the profit? His selling price minus the cost of making that price is nothing but minus 300. Yes or no? So here he did made a loss of minus ₹300, right? So in this case, we need to simply print the answer as minus 300. So for each test case, you just need to print if even whether it is a profit or whether it is a loss. Okay, but we only need to print that. So how do we print? So I think there is no logic discussion on this problem. Like, it is simple, right? So the price point that you are selling, let's assume the price point that I am selling is A. Okay, and what is the cost of making a particular sandwich? It is simple: bun plus the veggies. So can I simply say B plus C? So in total, can I say the answer that we need to print is A minus B plus C, right? So this is your output. Now, without wasting any time, let us try to code it up. So the input format is just we will be given three values as input: A, B, and C, right? So let us simply take the input A, B, and C, and we know the output. We have seen that it is simple: A minus B plus C. That's it. So this is the code. So sample test case is being passed. Yeah. So without wasting any time, let us go with the second question. Okay guys, let us go with the second problem. So the problem name is falling grades. So basically, chef took n total tests in his university and number from 1 to n in chronological order. Each was graded out of 100 marks and he scored AI marks in the ith test. So basically there are n exams in his university and each exam will be of 100 marks and he scored AI marks in each exam, okay, at each ith test. So Chef scholarship requires that his average remains at or above more than 40 marks at after taking each test. Okay, so his average should be equal to 40 or more than 40 after taking each test. Okay, so print yes if this condition satisfies or no if it does not satisfy. Okay, so this is the sample input and output. So first you will be given the number of test cases, then the size of the n, which is the number of tests in his university, and the scores that he has secured at each test. Okay, so let us go with the first test case. This is the first test case, second, third, and fourth. Now let us see the first one. Okay, so he after taking each test, so he need to have at least 40 as average, equal to 40 or more than 40, right? But if you see here, after taking the first test, what is the average? It is simple, right? 0 divided by he has taken one exam, which is equal to 0. So can I say this average is less than 40? So in that case, my answer is no. He won't get a scholarship. Okay. Now let us go over the second test case. So what does second test case says is, so in first exam he has scored 41 marks, right? What is 41 divided by 1? 41 only. So okay, it satisfies for the first exam. Now let us go for the second exam. So 41, okay, 41 plus 39. 41 plus 39. If you divide this by 2, what do you get? You will be getting total sum as 80. And what is the average? He has taken total 2 exams. So 80 divided by 2 is still 40. Okay, it is still satisfying. The average he is maintaining is more than or equal to 40. Okay, now let us take the 3 exams, which is 41 plus 39 plus 40. So what do we get? So the total sum is 120. What is 120 divided by 3? Again the 40, right? Again 40. So even after the finishing the third exam, he is still maintaining the average. So can I say after taking each exam he is maintaining the average as equal to 40 or more than 40. So in this case again he will print the answer as yes. Okay, now let us go for the second one. Now let us go for the third one. Sorry. Now after taking the first exam, his average will remain the same, right? Which is 41 divided by 1, which is 41 only. So it is satisfying. Now let us take the next one. What is 41 plus 41? 41 plus 41 is 82, right? So what is 82 divided by 2? What is 82 divided by 2? So again it is 41 only. So even after finishing the second exam, he is still maintaining the average. Okay. So let us go for the next one, which is 41 plus 41 plus 28. So the total sum that we will get as 110. So the total sum is 110, right? So what is 110 divided by 3? Because he is having total 3 exams. What is 110 divided by 3? It is like 36.66. 36.66. So in this case, can I say the average after taking these first 3 exams has fallen below of 40? Yes. So in that case, our answer is no. So you can iterate on the fourth test case on your own. Okay. So I mean there is only one element, so 100 divided by 1 is always 100 and it is more than 40. So in this case also your answer will be yes. Okay. So this is all about the problem statement and this is the sample input and output. So you just need to figure out whether the whether the person will get the scholarship or not after taking each exam. Okay. So it is very much simple, right? The logic is also pretty much simple. What we can do is, first you will simply, if you see here, first one, which is 41. So first exam is 41. So what I am thinking is, I will simply take 41 into my sum. Let's assume I am maintaining 41 in a variable let us call it as sum. Okay, so how many exams have I completed till now? After finishing the first exam, how many exams have I finished? Only one exam. So what is 41 divided by 1? 41, right? So in this case, it has not fallen below of 40. So in that case, I won't do anything. Now let us go for the second test. 41 plus 41, 82. 82 divided by 2 because I have taken total 2 exams. So in this case, the average will come out to be 40, 40 or 41. Okay. So in this case also, the average has not fallen down below 40. Okay. Now I will simply add this 28 to the existing sum, which is 41 plus 41 plus 28. How many exams have I taken total so far? 3 exams, right? So in this case, the average comes out to be 36. So once the average has fallen down below 40, so in that case, the chef will not get the scholarship. So in that case, you have to simply print no as your answer. Okay, so I think this is the pretty much logic. You will simply maintain a running sum like a prefix sum, and you will keep on dividing it by the number of exams you had. Okay, if the average has fallen below 40, in that case you will simply print no as your answer. Okay, so without wasting any time, let us try to write the code for it. Okay, first let us take the test case, cin test case, and so what is the first input? For each test case we need the size, and then we need an array. So let's do one thing. Let us take this as n plus 1. Okay, now from I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, simply take the array as input, cin array of I. Now we need to maintain sum, right? So let us have long int sum. If you see here, the constraints are very small, but it is a good practice to use long int. Okay, so what is the next? We need to simply iterate on the given array, I less than or equal to n I plus plus. So simply take this exam, which is sum plus equal to array of I. After taking this exam, after writing this exam, what you need to do? You need to check. So till now you have completed I exams. Is sum divided by I is less than 40 or not? If it is less than 40, we need to maintain one flag, right? So Boolean result is initially it is false. Now once the average has fallen below 40, so I am simply make this as true. Sorry, let us make it as true, and once the average has fallen down by 40, you are making result as false. So if result is true, you are simply print S, and if the result is false, then you are simply printing no. Okay, so this is the code. Now let us have a run. Okay, no S, no S. Okay, now let us submit. Okay, it got submitted. So let us move on to the next problem. Yes guys, let us move on to the third problem of the division 4. So the third problem is marble collector. So let us see what is the problem statement is. So basically there are total impossible types of marbles that you want to collect. Okay, so basically there are total m types of marbles that you want to collect starting from 1 to m. You currently have n marbles with you with the types of a1, a2, an so far. So that you may have the same type more than once. Okay, so there can be duplicates as well. So you need to simply find the number of types of the marbles that we have not collected yet. Okay, let us see the sample input and output. You will understand more from there. So this is the test cases, and this is the test case 1, test case 2, and test case 3. Okay, so for each test case you will be given the input as n comma m. N is nothing but the number of marbles you have. Okay, so if you see the first test case, the number of marbles you have are 1, 1, and 2. So how many marbles that you are willing to collect is 3 types of marbles. So 3 type of marbles means you want to simply collect first type, which is having the value as 1, second type with the value as 2, third type with the value as 3. These are the marbles that you want to collect. These are the marbles that you have. Okay, so how do we write a code for this? Like if you see here, no, not code, just see the test case. First type of marble. Do you have type 1 marble in your marbles? Yes. Okay. Type 2. Do you have 2 in your types of marbles? Yes. Type 3. Do you have type 3 marble? No, you don't have type 3 marble. So can I say out of m marbles, you have 2 type of marbles, but you don't have 1 type of marble, which is 3. So in this case, you have missed only 1 type of marble. So that is why you have print 1 as your answer. Now let us see the second test case. So you have only 1 marble, and which is 42, and the number of marbles that you are willing and the number of marbles that you are willing to collect is 100. So 1, do you have 1? No, you don't have 2, you don't have 3, you have only 1 type of marble, which is 100. So from 1 to 100, you have only 1 marble, which is 42. So can I say remaining 99 marbles you don't have? So in that case, you will simply print 99 as your answer. Okay. Now let us see the next one. So you have 3 types of marbles, which is 1, 1, 1, and you only want to collect 1 marble, which is of 1 type. Okay. So do you have this 1 type of marble in your 3 type of marbles in your marbles that you have? Yes, you have 1 type of marble. So that's it. So there are no remaining marbles that you are willing to collect, that you want to collect. So in this case, you will simply return 0 as your answer. So this is the question. It is pretty much simple, I guess, right? Because the logic is also pretty much simple. If you see here, M is saying that you want to collect the marbles from 1 to M, right? And these are the marbles that you have. So what we can do is we can simply store these marbles, the marbles that you have, in a map. Okay, you can simply store the values of these values in a map, and you can simply run a for loop from 1 to m, and you can simply run a for loop from 1 to m and check, do you have the marble or not? If you don't have the marble, then simply increment the count, and at the end of the day you can simply print, right? So the logic is also simple. So without wasting any time, let us write the code for it. Okay, so first we need to take the number of test cases, and the next one is you have n types of marbles and we need to collect m types of marbles. Okay, input is taken, and we need to take the array now. I equals 0 and less than n. So what we can do is here only declare map of int comma int mp. So cn array of I. After here, simply store this in the map, saying that I have this marble, Okay. Now what you can do is run a for loop, because you want to collect marbles from 1 to m. Simply run a for loop from 1 to m. Okay. And what you can do is we need to maintain a count as well. So now what you can do is you can simply check, do I have this type of marble or not? So you can simply check in the map if you have the marble or not. So how will you check? If map of I. Okay. If map of I is not equal to 0, or you can simply write map of I. If this one is true, then you have that type of marble. Okay. But we are counting only those values which we don't have that type of marble. So in that case, you will simply increment the count. If you don't have the ith marble, simply increment the count. Okay. Now what do I need to do? You can simply print count as your answer. Okay. So this is the logic. So what you're doing, whatever marbles that you are simply including these marbles in the map. And then the marbles that you want to collect is from 1 to m. So for each I, you are simply checking, do I have this type of marble in my map? If you don't have, you are simply incrementing the count. And then you are printing all the marbles that you have not collected so far. Okay. So now let us run the code. 1990. Okay. Submitted. Okay.
So that's all for today's video, guys, and if you have liked the video, please do share and subscribe, and if you want to get such more content, please do subscribe now.